welcome to the 60th Annual Chicago Midwest Emmys. This is the live red carpet show as well as the backstage show. I'm one of your hosts, Stephanie Mansour.
And I'm Jeff Conway, your other co-host. Great to see you, Steph.
Great to see you. Thank you, Jeff.
This is the 60th Annual. This is a big deal.
This is a really big deal, and it's always an honor to be able to talk to everyone who's nominated before to see if they're excited about the possibility of winning, and then we'll also get to talk to them afterwards when they've won.
And all the presenters I hear are scholarship winners.
Yes, that's what makes this so special. And we have one of those scholarship recipients here with us that we're going to talk to later, Peter Alexander from the Today Show.
He's quite the celebrity right now with everything going on with Trump
He
this week.
is, yes, I know. We're going to talk to him about that. Yeah. But first, after this break, we are going to talk to some of the national leaders.
Yeah.
Yes, for the Emmy Academy. So stay tuned.
Can't wait. Welcome back. We're with Steve, Terry, and Adam, some of the Academy leaders here tonight. 60th anniversary. How big is that to you guys?
It's a huge thing. The 60th anniversary for our organization, and this year we're focusing on our scholarship winners, and that's the important thing. All of our presenters are former scholarship winners. Our host is NBC network correspondent Peter Alexander. We're very excited to have him here.
Yeah, and Terry, you told me earlier that you had between this and Texas. We're glad you came for the 60th of Chicago. Thanks for choosing us.
Now, you went and spoiled that. The people from Texas are probably watching this live, and they are all good friends. We love Lone Star. I'm sorry I couldn't be there. Our organization does not have a jet yet. And when we do, we'll be able to be two places in one night. But no, I'm thrilled to be here. Any excuse to come to Chicago is a great
We're
thing.
glad to have you. And Adam, what's your affiliation with the Academy?
I'm the president of the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, but like a lot of the other presenters tonight, a former scholarship winner. I was one of the first national scholarship winners for the Academy. Went to school here in Chicago at Northwestern with our host tonight, Peter Alexander. My first job here at WMAQ. First date with my wife. The 40th Chicago Midwest Emmy Awards 20 years ago. So very excited to be here.
Awesome. It's a very timely time right now with Peter Alexander and the Trump talk. You guys got quite the guy.
We were quite surprised. We thought the Emmy Awards today were going to be Peter's big thing for the week. But we found out, no, he wound up doing something else, but we'll see. And when you watch the live stream of the Emmys, you're going to see a little clip from that. That's a spoiler alert, but please watch our live stream too.
Yeah, tell everyone where they can watch the live stream at, Steve.
Well, it's streaming live at WGNTV.com, and please watch and enjoy it because I think it's going to be a great show. We've got some surprises for you. We are also doing scholarship. We're doing a raffle with the folks from Branson. They're a fine sponsor with us, and they're offering a scholarship. This year, our scholarship program is celebrating its 25th year. And we are edging up on giving out over $500,000 during the course of our scholarship.
Wow. So that's where the money I donated
goes to, right? And it goes to get people like Peter Alexander their first job, Adam his first job, and once again, all of our presenters today are former scholarship winners.
Yeah.
So what made you decide that? Because last year Stephanie and I were presenters together. This year, you guys decided on scholarship winners. Why was that the case this year?
Well, because it was the 25th anniversary of our scholarship program, we felt it was important. Coupling that with the 60th anniversary of the Emmys, we thought this was a perfect time to look at education. Look, not only are we celebrating excellence in television, we're looking to the future and seeing what the next generation is. Television as an art form is in its second golden age, and we're so excited to be a part of it.
And, Terry and Adam, you guys go see a lot of different chapters. What makes Chicago so special in all the markets that are around the country?
Well, first, it's Chicago. There's something special about Chicago. Second, it's close to South Bend, Indiana, a city that I hold very dear to my heart.
Are you a Notre Dame fan?
I am a Notre Dame grad, and I actually got my first television job in South Bend back in the days of black and white. Anyway, it was a long time ago. But again, as I said earlier, any excuse to come to Chicago. This is not just one of the great cities in the country, but one of the great television cities in the country. And so it's just terrific to be here.
How about for you, Adam?
Well, Chicago was, of course, one of the early markets for television. This is, if not the longest running, one of the longest running chapter Emmy Awards in the country. New York, Chicago, Philadelphia were sort of that trinity of the birthplace of television, Pittsburgh in there as well. So there's probably no better market right now to celebrate the scholarship program in its 25th year with the strong educational institutions, particularly for journalism here in Chicago, and pairing that with Chicago's rich television history.
Well, we're so happy to have all of you here with us tonight, and we're going to bring you more live from the red carpet show here at the 60th Annual Chicago Midwest Emmys.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Welcome back to the 60th Annual Chicago Midwest Emmys. I'm one of your hosts, Stephanie Mansour, along with Jeff Conway.
We have Bob, Allison, and Tara. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Thank you.
Good. So I hear that you guys are nominated for the first time here at the Emmys.
Yes, this is the first time Chicago Police has ever been nominated for an Emmy Award.
And what exactly is the content that you guys discussed in this Emmy nomination piece?
It was Tara's here. She's a canine handler with the police department, and it was her dog that passed away, so we followed that ceremony.
And what does this mean to you to have your late dog being honored and seen?
I'm absolutely touched, and the amount of support that I've had for everybody. I mean, he was a great dog. He served his city well, and it was great that they were able to honor him the way that they did.
Can you hold up your dog just so we can see? Yes. Just hold that there for a minute. I mean, that's wonderful. Did you ever think that you would be an Emmy-nominated person for your dog?
Special.
Yeah.
Now he's Emmy special.
Yeah.
Emmy special, yes.
Wow.
And what does this mean to the Chicago Police Department to have its very first recognized piece like this?
So about 2 years ago, myself and members of my team started to do humankind interest stories to humanize police officers in the public. So Allison came on board. She's very creative in what she does, and she takes the officer from behind the scenes, walking the beat, to an officer with a dog sniffing for contraband at the airport or trains, and we just show people around what the police are, that we're human too, and we have a job to do to protect them. And being nominated, this is our second year we actually submitted, and being nominated this year, I mean, Allison can tell you more, she's more creative, but it's just an amazing feeling. To something first for the Chicago Police Department, and very positive.
I mean, I never thought I'd be able to do this as a Chicago police officer. It's insane. It's incredible. And, you know, it's such an emotional moment for Tara that we just wanted to make sure that we conveyed that to people.
I'm sure you guys did, and best wishes with it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and thank you for all that you do, too, for the community here. All right, so we're going to get a word from our sponsors of the 60th Annual Chicago Midwest Emmys, and after that, stay tuned because we're going to speak with more of tonight's nominees. Hello and welcome back to the 60th Annual Chicago Midwest Emmys. I'm thrilled, as is Jeff, to be here with a three-time nominee for tonight only, but you've not been nominated more than that in your career.
Trisha and Jason, welcome.
Thank you.
So 3 times, what are the categories that you're nominated for?
Well, Jason and I are actually very excited to be nominated for Best Morning TV Program and our newscast 16 Morning News with WNDU TV in South Bend. We were thrilled because that show was the National Championship Women's Basketball. If you remember, Arike Agumbawale hit that last-second shot. Well, I tell you, we went crazy. We had so much fun.
South Bend was rocking the next day, and we kicked it off with our coverage. It was great.
Congratulations. And what makes, South Bend's a great market. So how do you guys compete with markets like Chicago on days and years like this?
Well, I tell you, it's really special. What I focus on, I've been at WNDU for 25 years, and I just focus on stories that really mean a lot to the community. The other 2 nominations that I have are in areas that affect children. One is suicide, which affects preteen suicides and the surge in preteen suicides. And the other story that I'm nominated for tonight is about child abuse, and another story that unfortunately Indiana has a broken child welfare system. So, you know, these stories are near and dear to our communities, so I was able to focus in on those, and a lot of people cared about them. So,
well, thank you for shining a light on these kind of stories, too.
Yeah. And here you have your family with you. Okay.
Come on in.
Say hi.
Come on in. Hello. Hi,
Welcome.
guys.
Can you introduce them?
yes, I can. This is my husband, Tom. We've been married 27 years, so he's watched a lot of TV. Right. And this is my youngest daughter, Carrie. And this is my oldest daughter, Hi. And this one is living in Chicago, so I said, oh yeah, we got to go to the Emmys.
Right.
Yeah.
Are they following your career path?
They're actually not really, and yet kind of advertising and communication, so close.
How proud of you of your mom and your wife?
Oh, very proud. This is an exciting evening. We just couldn't be more thrilled to be here.
So you've been with them for 25 years at your station, 27 years, so you've been watching the whole time she's been here.
I think he meant to say he's my biggest fan.
Right.
Oh, that's a lot of DVR.
No, I'm sure he wakes up at the hours that she's up too, right?
Always.
Yeah.
Come on, you're voted. I like
Morning.
All right, well, coming up next, we have got some information about our scholarship nominees, recipients, all of that. So we're going to send you over there, and then when we come back, we'll be speaking with more nominees this evening. Stay tuned.
Get your tickets now.
Hi everyone, I'm Eyewitness News digital journalist Jesse Kirsch and a proud past recipient of the Native Chicago Midwest Chapter's Board of Governors Scholarship. The program gave me financial support and added confidence to chase my dreams a year ago.
Thank you to Natus, Tom Skilling, and everyone responsible for me just over a year ago being a recipient of the Tom Skilling Scholarship. I would not be here today without your belief in my ambitions.
The members of the Chicago Midwest Television Academy traditionally use this as an opportunity to salute college students who have outstanding potential for a successful future in the industry.
The most obvious way that the scholarship helped me was to relieve financial burden. Free money is great, but the way that it helped me for the rest of my life is that it gave me this confidence that I could achieve anything that I want. And the fact that I put in for it and that I worked for it and that I worked hard to get it and I got it sort of gave me this confidence in myself and a belief in myself that if I put my mind to something, that I can achieve anything that I want and that nothing can really get in my way. And so if I put my mind to getting something that I want, I can get it. And that confidence is something that carries with you for the rest of your life. I think the reason people should support scholarship funds is because when people are writing a check, I don't think they realize the meaning behind that check. The meaning of what it means to a student to get help to achieve the dreams that they want. And what it means is they're writing that check to show students that they're supported in every way and that they can achieve something just by somebody participating in their future.
Hi, I'm Professor Lee Hood from the School of Communication at Loyola University, and I was one of the lucky winners of the trip to Branson last year. Let me tell you, it was lots of fun. We got to go to shows and even meet the entertainers afterward. We got to go to Silver Dollar City, had a great time. It's a wonderful trip. It's a trip for 4 people, so you can take your friends, take your family. It's a great time for everybody. And another great thing about it is your raffle tickets help sponsor the scholarship program. And I can tell you that from past years, when we've had scholarship winners, those students appreciate the help very, very much.
Get your tickets now.
Chicago Midwest Emmys, the live red carpet show. We're here with a very special guest.
Peter Alexander, how are you?
Very nice to see you. Thank you for having me. I'm great.
So I hear you have some Chicago roots because you went to the Medill School of Journalism at Northwestern University.
Yeah, Northwestern, go Cats. They're playing right now. Not that you should be watching anything.
Are they winning?
7-3 last I checked my text from my buddies. Yeah, so my whole family's from Chicago. My parents raised us in the Bay Area, but we've been Chicago through and through from the start. I'm a diehard Cub fan, a Bulls fan. My dream was always to work at WGN, so being back and being a part of this right now.
Well, now you're at NBC News Today weekend, so that's not too shabby. WGN is cool and all, but today's show is pretty awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, no, they just announced that I'm the new host of the Weekend Today show at NBC. Of course, most importantly to me, I keep my job as a White House correspondent for us.
We know. We've been watching this week.
I trust. Yeah, this was a week, as you witnessed. But the bottom line is, it's just like you feel like truly for whatever I will do in the course of my life, like professionally, nothing will be as important, I think, as what we're doing right now. So I'm proud to be on the front lines of this effort.
Yeah. Our president of the Academy here in Chicago, Steve Novak, said, we thought this was going to be the highlight of your week, but you already had your highlight.
Yeah, there have been a bunch of highlights already this week. I mean, to be totally sincere to you guys, as I'll share with everybody inside, the reason this is personally meaningful to me is when I was a student, it was now 20 plus years ago, I won the John and Ann Drury Scholarship. I was the
Congratulations.
Of that, which made a big difference when I was a college kid. And they wrote a nice article about me years later in one of the newsletters, which literally got read by NBC, which literally got me the interview at the network. So there was a direct line from this organization to my experience at the network, so I'm deeply indebted.
Yeah, and we're excited because tonight it's all student recipients of the scholarships that are the presenters. And Jeff and I presented last year, so it's exciting to see everyone so excited to present tonight. So, you got off the plane today after your morning shift, so are we on like hour 26 in your day?
So 6 o'clock Eastern, I've been up for 15 plus hours right now. Okay. It could be a little bit aggressive a little bit later. I was checking in with some friends who were like, you want to get together after this thing? I was like, are you kidding me? If I will be face down in a pillow by halfway time.
Peter, I have to ask, and first of all, I want to shake your hand really quick because how you did this week.
Let's talk about that.
That watch, you like that? Oh, we should do MVMT. There's a sponsor with that plug right now. I'm getting free watches. But I have to shake your hand because you backed up, me being a journalist, Stephanie being a journalist, you backed up CNN at the press conference, and we really appreciate that.
So the bottom line is the president was attacking a colleague from CNN, and everyone can have their opinions about how Jim Acosta from CNN conducted himself and whether he should have been, more deferential to the president, what have you. But the bottom line is when the president started attacking him and then had called on me, I felt it was my responsibility just to try to cool the temperature. I said, that's unfair. As a diligent reporter, I've worked with him on the road. We're all busting our butt here. The president lashed out at me.
Just to paraphrase, he says, I don't really care for you either.
Yeah, in fact, what he said is, I'm not a fan of yours either, to which I said, I understand. And then I asked him my question, which is why we're here. It's to ask those, he can say whatever he likes about me. I think that reflects on him, not on me. My desire is to ask the questions that Americans care about right now, and that's what I'm going to keep doing.
And I feel like, at least from my perspective, you did this very respectfully. There's like a way to talk when you're heated and a way not to talk. So, whether you knew all eyes were on you or not, it was very respectful to both parties.
I appreciate you saying that. I mean, to be totally sincere, when the president rips on you to your face, like, there's not a lot of time to think. You just sort of react, and that was my reaction, and I'm proud of it. So I'm glad it came out all right.
So I have two nieces. You have two daughters. How do you go beyond journalism? And because there's a lot of people. President Trump is not a good role model. So how do you address to your daughters this commander-in-chief? And go beyond your non-biased hope of journalism.
So, as I'll share with the group here, it's not about being an advocate for Democrats or Republicans. It's about being an advocate for the facts, for truth, and that's sort of the way I view my job every day. I think my frustration, if I have one, and I asked the president this on the campaign trail when he was using obscenities during the campaign, I said, what should parents say? I'm a young dad. What should parents say to their children when they're watching a man who wants to be president, who is now president, when they use language like this, when they speak like this? And he instead mocked me and said that I was part of what's wrong with America. But my takeaway from that moment was that, it's up to each of us now. You can't rely on the President of the United States, frankly, to be a role model in that way. You got to lead your children and lead young people by your own example sometimes.
Yeah, I love that. It's a great take on all of this. Now, I know your co-host for Saturday with Chanel. Yes, we love Chanel. So next time when I come back to the Today Show, I'm going to ask you to do our morning goddess pose, which is what Chanel. Yeah, I think you would rock it.
What I agreed to, but we'll make it happen.
Peter Alexander, thank you so much. Best wishes tonight. Thank you for coming back to Chicago.
Thanks, Peter.
Nice to meet
You we'll be back with a whole lot more guys coming up next.
Welcome back to the 60th Annual Chicago Midwest Emmys. We're here live at the Red Carpet Show. I'm Stephanie Mansour, along with Jeff Conway.
We're with Sean and Patrick. How are you guys?
We're doing great. Happy to be here. Thank you.
So you guys have 3 Emmy nominations in 2 categories. Is that right?
That is correct, yes.
What are those categories?
So we have 2 videos in the general information category, and we have 1 video in the arts category.
Wow.
Yes.
Congratulations. Yeah.
And you're from University of Chicago, is that right? What's your affiliation over there?
So I am the director of the multimedia department at Chicago Creative, so I oversee the video production there.
Okay, so is this your first Emmy event here in Chicago?
Yes, this is the first time nomination, first event, so I'm really excited and very nervous.
How's it feel to dress up and have a night like this, especially for the 60th annual? It's a good year to be part of it.
I agree. I mean, it's a dream come true. I'm here with my partner in life, my husband Patrick. He's been very supportive. I wouldn't be standing here without his support and encouragement. So it's been great.
How excited was she when she found out she was nominated? Just
a little.
Last year I was nominated for the first time, and I was like, I thought I was going to fall over, and I've never fainted, you know, knock on wood, but I was so excited.
I was going to say, this is great, but I have to just mention that it's a collaboration with my team. And so, you know, just a lot of work went into it. So, like I said.
Do you have anybody you want to shout out right now that works on your team?
I want to say shout out to Chicago Creative, but to my creative collaborators, Jared Baguette, Vernon McCombs, and Zach Love. So.
Yeah. Great. Well, we're so happy to have you here with us. We have a great show in store for you. Peter Alexander, who's a White House correspondent and today's show co-host, is here. He's going to be on stage. I hear the band. Have you gotten to enjoy the music?
Oh, they're really good.
Yeah? Music's good. Open bar I hear, too.
Yes.
The most exciting part.
Yeah.
And it's just exciting to be able to be in a room with such creative talents in the Midwest, so I'm really excited.
So I have to wonder from an outside perspective, someone that's not, I assume you're not in the media business, or are you? a little bit. But to be supportive of a spouse, how is it to be day by day with someone that is in the media as business, to stick around and be devoted that way?
You know what, it's, sometimes they just need support, and what I do to support her is when she gets stuck somewhere, just give her a little free therapy to refocus her, bring her back down to earth, and then she can get through wherever she's stuck. But
this is free therapy, yes?
Yeah, it's free therapy.
Sit down on my couch that's in our family room. Yeah.
Yes, lots of free therapy is needed to help get through those challenging moments, but it's really inspiring and great to be able to do what you love day in and day out. So I feel very fortunate.
That's great.
Very committed and focused. Yeah.
Well, hopefully you get that recognition tonight, and as well as your team for that commitment. Yes. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Best wishes.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, coming up, we'll be talking with even more people here on the red carpet at the 60th Annual Chicago Midwest Emmys. Welcome back to the 60th Annual Chicago Midwest Emmys, the red carpet show. We are here live in downtown Chicago, and I'm joined by one of our amazing sponsors and also a chapter president here from the Emmys. So, Steve Brandt.
Thank you.
Thank you, and also Lynn Berry with Branson, Missouri as one of our sponsors.
This is our second year to be the presenting sponsor, and we are delighted to continue and hope that it will become a tradition.
Yes, well, I think 2 in a row is already a tradition.
We're very fortunate to have a wonderful relationship with the folks that are running the Chicago Midwest Emmys, and we support their scholarship efforts and the growth of their foundation.
Yes, and we really appreciate that you do so. So I have to ask, tell us about Branson, Missouri. Tell us about what people are winning, because there's a raffle,
That's right.
Yes.
Tonight, we want everyone to enter online and make sure that they purchase a raffle ticket. We're giving away a live entertainment package for a family of 4, and we're giving away a family fun package for a family of 4.
Oh!
So lots of good things in Branson. So many wonderful things, including a $26 million new roller coaster.
I heard about that. Someone was telling me, they were like, oh, Branson, Missouri is the presenting sponsor. And I said, yes, and they were telling me about the roller coaster.
That's right.
That's open or that's coming?
Yes, it opened in the spring. It's called Time Traveler.
Ooh.
And it is a spinning roller coaster, the world's first.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Isn't that
Congratulations.
Thank
yes.
you.
I think I would need Dramamine for that because I get motion sick, but once in a lifetime.
Everyone should try it.
Yes.
It'll go and make you time travel.
Yes. I love that. All right, now Steve, tell everyone what you're doing here.
What am I doing here? Yeah, what am I doing here? Well, I'm pleased to be the special guest of the Chicago chapter and also of Branson. You know, this is Lynn in charge of everything fun in Branson.
Yes.
And, you know, I'm happy to tell you that Branson is also the presenting sponsor for the Mid-America Emmy Awards. And a few years ago, I made a phone call down there and I said, do you think we could bring the Emmy Gala to Branson? And they said, well, why, sure. So to paraphrase our mutual friend Yakov Smirnov, what a party, you know. And we're going to be in Branson this coming year for 2019. And, you know, a lot of people forever, the Emmys were held in St. Louis, which is where the office is.
Right.
And some people said, oh, nobody will come to Branson. Well, we had the Branson Gala, and the attendance was bigger than ever.
Oh, my God.
You know, so there's got the magic going here.
Right,
And
yes.
I didn't expect to be on Chicago TV. It's like, wow.
Well, welcome. And we're going to turn it over to Jeff, but real quickly, can you tell everyone where to go to donate and enter in the raffle online?
You know, that is going to be at the Natus Facebook page.
Okay.
So go to Chicago Midwest Emmy and buy your raffle tickets and come see us in Branson.
Woo! All right, Jeff. Over to you, Jeff.
Thank you, Steph. I'm here with Jenny Milkowski. How are you?
Good. I'm good. I'm here. I'm happy. So yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, and you actually are here from San Diego because you're working in San Diego now, but came back for your traffic nomination for WFLD.
Just for this. I actually have a wedding down the street, so I'm like, okay, kill two birds with one stone. Wedding, Emmy Awards. Maybe I'll win this year. Probably not. Probably not because I lose every year.
No, well, who knows? You know, Roz can't take it every time.
I was just talking to Roz, and I'm like, please, can you like back off just 1 year? Let me win.
Well, now that you're like San Diego, this should be like your swan song win. We should
I know,
let that.
right? It's like the exit that I've always wanted.
Yes.
But probably not. It's okay. I'm happy to be here.
So what exactly are you doing now in San Diego?
So in San Diego, I'm working for the CBS station and the CW. So I get to do a lot of fun segments, reporting, a little bit of traffic as well. So it's great.
And you're actually very close friends with my co-host Stephanie too.
Yes. So Steph and I actually do a lot of workout videos in Chicago. We used to. She actually has a sister that lives in San Diego. So look at that, small world.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. We're going to toss it back to Steph. Here's your BFF.
Hi.
All right, I am here with another Emmy nominee. Can you tell us your name and what you're nominated for?
Sure. I'm Brett Schwartz. I'm nominated in the cultural documentary category. It's called Mas que la Playa.
Okay, great. And you're here with your wife?
It's my wife, Aviva.
Hi. Great to be here. Great to have you. Is this your guys' first time here, or?
It is. As a nominee, yes.
Okay.
I'm excited to be here.
Okay, is this your first time here?
It is our first time.
Ooh,
Very excited.
okay, good. Yeah, this is a great event. Now, you are a high school teacher in the area,
I am.
right? Okay. So tell everyone, how did you get inspired to create what you're nominated for?
Sure. So I wear a couple hats. I'm a practitioner. I'm a teacher. I teach film and TV at Deerfield High School in the northern suburbs.
Okay.
I'm an independent documentary filmmaker, and I do both. And in terms of this project, I was approached by some people where I live in Highland Park.
Uh-huh.
It's commissioned by the Sister Cities International.
Okay.
And the idea was to do creative work down in Mexico. So we went down to Mexico.
Do you speak Spanish?
Solo un poquito.
Yeah, yo hablo un poquito también.
Perfect.
Do you speak Spanish? All right, so he's talking to himself when he prepares for the trip. Yeah.
Totally.
So we were sent there, and it was a creative partnership, and we felt like this is a resort. Everybody knows resorts, goes to resorts. We wanted to peel back the layers of the resort to show what it's like on the inside. Who are the servers, you know, taking care of you? Went home with a couple of them and learn all about their hopes and dreams.
Wow, I love that. Okay, well, how come I have not seen this? Where do people watch this at?
This is on our production company website, and also it's on Vimeo, so you can see it there.
Okay, what's the production company website?
StoryScreen.
StoryScreen.
www.storyscreen.com.
Okay, great. Well, good luck tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to head on over to Jeff, who's roving through the crowds. Hey, Jeff.
Thanks, Steph. I'm with Drew, a scholarship winner and a presenter tonight.
That's right, yeah. 2001 was the last time I was here. I got the Tom Skilling Scholarship, which is a really cool deal because I was the first meteorologist ever to get his award. So, yeah, it was a nice time. So.
And what does it mean to get it from our Tom Skilling, our Mr. Weather of Chicago?
Oh, I mean, you know, for someone that grew up in the suburbs of Chicago, watching Tom, you know, that's what you did. So being able to you know, to meet with him, and he was the most humble person in the world. So nice to visit. I brought my mom last time. I upgraded and brought my wife today. So,
Nice
you know,
job.
yeah, right.
Nice. So you're going to be presenting tonight too. It's really cool that all of the scholarship winners are the presenters tonight. So do you know any other scholarship winners tonight that you're going to be presenting around?
No, but there's a nice little twist because I am going to be pulling Tom on stage. So,
nice.
yeah, that's going to be kind of a cool deal.
That's a perfect time to do a selfie.
Yeah, and I think we got to do that. I'm up for a weather award tonight, so we'll see. We'll see what happens tonight.
Awesome.
It's a good night.
Well, congratulations. First of all, you already have a win, so that's great for you tonight.
Just to be here, and 17 years later, it's a blessing, you bet.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We're going to toss it over back to Steph.
Which one? All right, thanks, Jeff. Well, I'm here with another nominee, Angela. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited to be here.
Good. Well, you look gorgeous. I love your dress.
This is my first year at the Emmys, so
Congratulations.
it was fun picking out what to wear.
Yes, I know. Isn't it kind of like you're did you go to the store or order a bunch online?
I have a friend who's a marvelous seamstress, so I'm here to represent her, actually.
I love it.
this
She did a
evening.
great
It's my
job.
second.
All right, so tell everyone what you're here and nominated for.
I am nominated for a program that aired on WTTW, Get Happy. Angela Ingersoll sings Judy Garland. It's a concert special, and I get to honor my favorite icon of all time and keep alive a lot of old, wonderful American music and keep it fresh, make it now. I was surrounded by a lot of wonderful musicians, and I'm
you're
a
a singer.
live performer.
Right,
I'm a
yes,
singer.
yes.
I'm a theater performer mostly, so this is a whole new world for me. I'm very excited.
Wow. So how many takes did you go through for each song?
I did one live performance. I did one live performance in front of a live audience, and then there were safeties in the afternoon. Okay. So there was one afternoon safety, but no, we didn't do things over and over. I go out there and spill my guts, and it's all the snot and the tears of live performance and the sweat. And
is there anything? I don't know if it's cliche to ask you to sing a little something.
Oh my!
Here, is it okay? This is our red carpet show, so everyone at home is watching. You don't have to if you don't want to. I don't know if that's a tacky thing to ask a performer.
I didn't think about it, but I will try if I shut my eyes. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. That's for everyone's dreams tonight. I hope they come true.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
love that. Thank you, Angela.
Bless you.
I'm going to be rooting for you.
Oh,
and I hope to interview you after you win.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we're going to head on over to Jeff, who's going to talk with some more guests at tonight's Emmys.
Lisnick, who is WGN, but nominated tonight for Comcast.
Right. Yeah, of course I cover politics for WGN. That's what most people know me for. But in the Comcast world, Jeff, I actually do, as you know, theater and that kind of thing. So tonight we did a special on Blue Man Group for their 20th anniversary, and that's what got the nod tonight. So we'll see what happens.
So Blue Man Group, it's been around for several years,
20.
decades. So what makes it still a popular act after so many years? Do they switch it up?
Well, well, yes and no. It's interesting. So for the special, it was the celebration of the 20th anniversary, but it's funny that you ask whether they switched it up, because just this week they actually have premiered a brand new show. I went to the opening a couple of nights ago, and yeah, they've changed some of the routines, and you know, it's always, you've seen Blue Man Group, it's always some crazy stuff going on, but it's new, it's fresher, but we honored the 20 years that they've been in Chicago.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you are into politics here in Chicago. We have Peter Alexander as our host tonight from NBC News. How cool is that to you?
I think it's great. I was so thrilled to see Peter doing this, and especially after the week he had in Washington trying to defend Jim Acosta, and that didn't go so well. So it's been, you know, I mean, it's almost like the elections, which everybody was talking about, sort of like, what elections? Did those happen? We're way beyond that at this point, right? So much going on.
I just interviewed Peter, and I had to. I shook his hand to say, as journalists, me and Steph, we appreciate how he backed us up, because media has to stick together about those things.
You know, it's a very frightening thing that, you know, the average person out there who, you know, is accepting the view that the media is the quote-unquote enemy of the people and all of that, and accepting that. That's very, this isn't taking a position, but it's a very dangerous thing. The right of the press is defended by the Constitution, and it's the First Amendment. It's what it's all about. So to not be able to do our job by asking the questions and finding out what the deal is, it is very dangerous. There are efforts to try and keep us from doing that, and that's just not right.
Yeah, and I know I was taught in journalism not to show bias in a lot of news ways, but we live in a different time now. We have a very opinionated president. So do you feel like media is changing where we as journalists are allowed to have somewhat more of an opinion when we go on TV?
I think it depends what you do. My role at WGN is I am a neutral analyst. I'm not a commentator. So I do everything I can to appear to be in the middle, always asking questions on both sides. Now, that doesn't mean I don't get criticized from both sides. Yeah. People hear what they want to hear. But I think if you take a look at those of us who are trying to stay in the middle, we do our best. It's not easy. And as I watch Jim Acosta and some of the other ones, look, the attacks are very personal. They're very direct. Sure. So it's hard to blame them for stepping out and defending not just themselves, but the profession.
Sure. Well, Paul, best wishes tonight.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Go for Comcast. Hopefully you have the win. And back to you, Steph.
All right, well, I'm here with Pam Grimes from WGN. I've had the honor of interviewing you, I think, 5 times over the years now here.
Possibly.
All right, so tell everyone what you're nominated for and these lovely people with you.
Okay, so we are nominated for a story called Brothers of the Bunker Hill, where we reunited 2 World War II veterans who were on the same ship that was attacked by kamikaze pilots. So this is the daughter of the hero. This is her father, Al Scarrett, saved the neighbor of Al Muskowiak. So it's a little confusing, but so shortly after the story aired a year ago, her father passed away. And then, yeah, it was terrible. But Norm Lassman, who was saved by her father, is still alive and well. He's in his mid-90s, so was a little worried about coming for a long evening like tonight. But anyway, so they're all here in spirit. And it's just such a wonderful, so neither one of them, so Al lived in Seattle.
Okay.
And Norm lives on the south side of Chicago. And because neither were really able, they're in their mid-90s, not able to physically get on a plane and go meet each other.
Right.
We were able to reunite them via Skype.
Wow.
So it was a very heart-wrenching moment. And we ended up, we found the story on the U.S. Naval Facebook page.
I was just going to ask you how Pam finds great stories and produces great things, but that's amazing.
Yeah, it really went so many places that I never ever intended. But it was such a heartwarming story, and thank you for all of our veterans and the service that they did. Anything? Would you like to say anything about your father and his?
Well, I'm just honored to be here representing him. Obviously, oh, I'm going to cry.
Yeah, right.
Kelsey lives in St. Louis. Wow. From St. Louis.
Wow.
She called me when she found out that the story was nominated, and she said, "You're keeping my father alive. Now you're going to make me cry."
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Wow. But he got to see the produced story.
Absolutely.
What was his reaction like when he saw it? Were you with him?
He was so humble, and he was like, I don't believe I'm getting this much attention. But of course, he was thrilled to be in connection with Norm, and it was just but my dad was a very humble hero.
Yeah.
And he continued to save lives after the war because he became a Seattle firefighter. So he saved lives his entire life. So it's really.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your family with us and also for sharing this story, Pam.
Of course.
This is one of those very touching stories that you like to hear about actually get recognized.
Right.
So
Especially when we're coming up to Veterans Day.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yes. All right, well, we're going to head on over to Jeff.
Thanks, Steph. I'm with Corey and Quinton, am I right?
That's correct.
So you are nominated for a commercial you made for Big Shoulders Group, is that right?
That's Big Shoulders Fund.
I'm sorry. So can you tell me a little bit about that commercial?
Terrific, yeah. So we are P3 Media Works. That's our production company here in Chicago. We did a piece for the Big Shoulders Fund, which is an amazing nonprofit here in the city that does amazing work for youth and students in underserved neighborhoods in Chicago. So it was quite an honor to not only do the project, but also get an Emmy nomination for it.
And Quinton, how cool is it for your dad to be nominated tonight?
It is absolutely surreal just to be here, taking all of this in. So I'm mainly here for moral support, but this is an amazing experience.
And have you been nominated before?
We have. My company's been nominated 3 times. This is our 4th nomination. We were 0 for 3, so maybe tonight's the night.
Hopefully tonight's the night. If you get like 9 more nominations, you'll be like Meryl Streep status.
I hope so, something like that, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, guys. Good best wishes tonight.
Thank you very much.
And Steph, back to you.
All right, well, I get to talk to one of our scholarship winners who's a presenter tonight. All right, Jeffrey?
Jesse.
Kirsch.
Yes,
Kirsch.
there you go. She got that part.
I got the last name, not the first name.
That works. That's what matters.
All right, so can you tell everyone what you won your scholarship for, what you're doing now, and who's this guy next to you?
So I went to Northwestern University, and in my senior year, which would have been 2016 to 17, I won one of the scholarships, the presidential scholarship here. So you'll have to ask the committee what exactly they gave me that for, but I was very involved.
Novak and all
yes, the whole crew, and Mike Lowe from GN, and Dan Magner and all those guys. So So won that scholarship, was very involved with the school TV station. Shout out to the Northwestern News Network. They're here tonight. They've got a show up and some individuals up for awards. So very involved with the school TV station and did some work in Michigan in college as well on air. Lansing, CBS affiliate in Lansing.
So
I know.
You're not a Spartan.
I'm not a Spartan. No, I'm a Wildcat all the way through and through. No, I don't. Well, I'll just look this way.
Yeah. Why? Because we school you every year?
All right, it's been pretty close. I didn't know this is what this was going to turn into.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm Jordan Arsenault. I work with Jesse at ABC7.
Okay.
And one of the things that we do is we contribute to ABC's new hyper-local initiative called Localish.
Okay.
And we are producing local stories for national audiences on Facebook, Instagram. Our YouTube channel is going to be launching soon.
Okay.
And so we're kind of taking that local storytelling element and we're like bringing it out to the masses.
Digitally.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the other thing that's awesome about that is that we're able to tell stories in a different sort of way. We're not doing the traditional TV thing when we do that. And it's kind of fun because I think that I look at Jordan stuff. I'm like, all right, how can I try to emulate that? Because it's really great to work with him on that stuff.
Yeah, we are like cut from the same cloth.
Yeah.
Because we do everything. We're shooting, we're editing, we're producing everything ourselves. And ABC Localish is kind of loving it because they're getting really good content out of us locally. They're utilizing all of the ABC-owned television stations across the country to do it.
Right.
To create viral content that is good for advertisers. So.
That's genius. Why didn't they come up with this like 10 years ago?
People are doing it. Like
Yeah.
you see Great Big Story, which is CNN's initiative. You see things like Attention. You see
Worth It on BuzzFeed, stuff like that. Yeah.
and stuff like that. So there are online companies that are doing it. Now is the time for television companies to get involved and say, hey, we've got local resources in all these different cities. Why aren't we producing content that people enjoy? You're already doing it for your stations.
Yeah.
Why aren't we putting it online?
Yeah. So would you guys consider yourselves to be millennials?
I think so, but don't tell anybody.
Maybe a millennial. I'm 37. So yeah, I think I missed the cutoff.
I think I'm on the other end of that because like everyone argues, am I actually a millennial? Because I'm right on that cusp in the 90s. We won't talk too much about that.
I just think this is so innovative, and this just goes to show, tonight everyone presenting is a scholarship recipient, so it's like we're celebrating the youth, if you want to consider yourself youthful.
Youths.
Yeah, the youth. Yeah, I don't know if that is a bad
If
word.
I shave, I think I could pull off the millennial.
Okay.
Yeah, well, he's got the hair and the beard going.
Right.
Of course.
The scruff makes him look
millennial
more.
than me because you got the scruff going.
Yeah, I need a bonnet or something, like maybe a man bun.
Okay, we're going to go over to Jeff. He does not have any facial hair today or a man bun, so hey, Jeff.
Thank you so much, Steph. I am here with someone that's nominated for an Emmy for documentary.
That's correct, yes.
How's it going?
Yes, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm good. So tell me a little bit about, it's for WTTW.
Right, it aired on WTTW. Correct.
Now, what exactly is the documentary about?
So the title of it is Fighting on Both Fronts, the story of the 370th. And it looks at a group of African-American soldiers, nearly 3,000 soldiers, mainly from the Chicago area that fought during World War I. And it is an untold story. It's a project that I didn't even know a lot about prior to me starting, but it's just a part of history that's really not discussed much.
Sure. And so what's the research that you have to do to actually get these facts right and accurate and elaborate?
Talk to a lot of people. Yeah. So if you can imagine World War I, there's no one still alive. At least they shouldn't be at this point.
Well, they're really old.
Right. So I was able to talk to a number of descendants, a number of historians, the people from all over the country, and I spent a lot of time online and in the library. And we spent about, it was kind of a quick turnaround, probably had about 7 or 8 months, I think, to turn it around from beginning to end.
Sure.
And at the end of the day, look at where I am.
Yeah.
So the film is done extremely well.
Okay. And you told me that you went to Columbia College. So what is it? Is it Chicago, like home base for you? Has it always been? Are you born and raised?
So born and raised, but I've worked on a number of mainly television projects that travel around the world. Not around the world, but around the country. So I've always been based here, but I've spent a lot of time outside of Chicago working on a variety of films and mainly television projects.
Awesome. Well, best wishes tonight.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
I hope you win for documentary.
Yeah, look, tomorrow is the 100th year anniversary of the armistice.
Oh, wow. It's meant to be. Come on.
Meant to be. That's what I'm thinking.
If your nomination goes past midnight, it's going to be even perfect. Like at 12:01, they say you won.
So this will be perfect, man, if it happened tonight.
Well, best wishes and congratulations on the nomination at the minimum.
Thanks.
All right, back to you, Steph.
I'm here with another presenter tonight who's also a former scholarship recipient, or once you win, you're not former, you're always a winner, right?
I know, everyone gets to win
right.
once you win once.
Yes,
Absolutely.
you're always a winner. All right, so this is Alexis Rogers. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, well tell everyone, since winning that scholarship, what you're doing now, since
Absolutely. The scholarship was such a blessing. I went to Neuquen Valley High School, so I'm actually from this area.
Okay.
I ended up being able to go to University of Missouri's journalism school for 4 years, which was amazing. I was able to, actually my first day in college was my first day at the NBC affiliate there.
Oh, wow.
So I just kind of worked my way up, also worked for Newsy during that time, then went to Little Rock, Arkansas, and then now I'm in Cincinnati at the NBC affiliate. So it's amazing all the things that have happened between when we first got the scholarship and then they planted that seed.
Right.
And now, so it's been an awesome ride.
Yeah, and so then you're forever connected to this organization. How many years ago did you win that scholarship?
Well, it was almost 5 years ago.
Okay.
So around this time in 2009, because I graduated high school in 2010.
Wow.
It's hard to believe that it was that long ago.
Yeah.
Now I think about it, I'm trying to do math. Oh,
right,
wow.
I know. How many
8
years
years.
is that? Yeah.
That's like, but it's amazing how much can happen when someone believes in you enough to allow you to get the education that you need. Because without this scholarship, I might have not been able to go to University of Missouri. So very, very honored that I can be here tonight to get back again.
Yes, that's great. I love your attitude too. And can you tell everyone who's aspiring out there, an aspiring journalist, what you're now doing in Cincy?
Yeah, so I'm a reporter and anchor in Cincinnati at the NBC affiliate. And it's been an amazing ride. Actually, my current boss is a Mizzou alum as well.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's all like a domino effect. And I get a chance to wake up our viewers in Greater Cincinnati every morning and see them on the desk and see them out and about. It's an amazing experience.
That's awesome. And you drove in today from there, right?
Because I had to work a double. So I was like, all right, well, if we have to do that, we just have to make it work. That's what I learned in journalism. You just kind of make it work with whatever deadline that you have. So we drove in, we made it by the skin of our teeth.
Wow.
And now we're here being fabulous.
Yeah, I know. And you look fabulous
and
too.
You look fabulous
Thank
too. We're
you
the Red
so much.
Sisters.
We are the Red Sisters. I like that a lot. When's the last time you dressed up like this?
You know what? To be honest with you, just last week. So I have emceed 52 events this year.
Oh my gosh! So that's part of your role at the station, right?
Absolutely,
Is to
and
go
just
to
being
events.
a part of the community as well, which was definitely fostered with the help of my mentors through Natus as well.
Yeah.
So it's just a revolving door of good things.
Right, I love that. Great. All right, well, we look forward to seeing you present tonight on stage to another winner, and hopefully one day you'll be nominated here if you stay around the Midwest.
Yes, actually, I was nominated this year.
Oh my gosh,
in the
we need to
Ohio
mention
region,
that to inspire
and
people.
over in the Midwest region as well when I was in Little Rock. So this is my first time in this region, and let me tell you, just grade A, Class A. It's
yes.
awesome.
Oh, great. Well, we're so happy you're here.
Thank you.
All right, so let me see. Are we going over to Jeff, who has been roving around this evening, talking to some of our guests? And I think he's got someone that we're going to talk to in the crowd.
Thank you, Steph. I'm here with Ariel, who's going to be presenting on stage tonight.
Yes, I'm excited.
Have you ever done so before?
I have not. You know, I was nominated for a scholarship when I was at Northwestern here, and now I'm back to present, and I'm really excited about
And
it.
you just informed me. I didn't know. I thought it was all scholarship winners this year, but these are just scholarship winners that you've had in the last few years being presenters tonight.
Exactly. I won it in school, and now I'm back, and I'm not presenting a scholarship tonight, but I'm presenting a bunch of different categories such as investigative reporter, hard news. So I'm really excited to see kind of the contestants and see who wins tonight.
Awesome. Well, best wishes. Good luck tonight. Break a leg up there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Ariel.
Nice to meet you.
And now we're going to take a quick look at our sponsors.
Sponsors, I'm here with one of them, Silver Dollar City, and you are not Silver Dollar City, but what is your name?
I'm Lisa Rao. This is our second year of sponsoring. We love coming to the Windy City, and we have history with the Windy City because the founder of our corporation, the Hershen family, they're from Chicago.
Okay.
We also brought the performers from the showboat Branson Bell.
Thank you for tonight.
Yes,
right?
yes. And one of those performers is born and raised in Chicago. So,
wow.
yes, it's
okay,
great.
Now, how far of a drive is it from
really
here?
Only 8 hours.
It's okay.
And we also have the Springfield Branson National Airport, all major carriers.
Okay.
But it's a nice drive. You know, you can drive, stop in St. Louis, see the arch on everybody's bucket list, really.
Right, yes.
And then continue down. And it's really an easy drive. I do it quite a bit.
Yeah, I love that. Well, and we're so grateful to have presenting sponsors and sponsors such as yourself, because it really makes this whole event possible, and I know we contribute to the scholarship funds for the students, so we really appreciate you being involved.
Well, the scholarships are very, very important, but also a deep respect for journalists, journalism, and storytelling.
Yeah.
Because Silver Dollar City, an internationally awarded theme park, is also storytelling. It's about telling the stories of the geographic regions.
Yes.
So it's a wonderful combination, and we hope for many years more to be able to help sponsor not only the scholarships, but all of the Chicago Emmys.
Yes, well, we appreciate you. And now let me ask you this: that roller coaster I heard about, is that at that at Silver Dollar City?
Is.
Oh my gosh, okay. So how many times have you been on it? Or do you not do heights? Or
I do it all.
Okay.
But you know, we have 2 world footprint roller coasters, 2 that have really made global attention. And Time Traveler is a dimensionally spinning roller coaster that is themed beautifully to a clockworks factory of 100 years ago. And they were inventing a time machine. It's the world's steepest, fastest, tallest spinning roller coaster.
Oh my gosh, that sounds, okay, so if I get in the car, drive my 8 hours, I'm gonna go on that thing, I'm probably gonna get motion sick, but then I'm gonna be able to eat, right? You've got
At Silver Dollar City, we've got lots of food, and we've got a crafts colony, and we've got festivals. And you know, the thing a lot of people don't recognize about Branson, how much there really is to see and do. A lot of people have a perception that we're just country music and maybe not their thing. We will tell you, we promise you, if we can get you to Branson, you will become a Branson believer. You can stay in the fanciest of resorts and spas, or you can stay right there on the entertainment district. Lots of live shows, lots of fun, and all very family oriented.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you so
Well,
much for
come
joining
see us.
I know, I can't wait. This is my next road trip.
We'll host you.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so we're gonna head on over to Jeff, who's gonna talk with someone else.
Thanks, Steph. I'm with Anna from WGN. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm a little nervous.
Oh, because this is your first time in a while coming back to the Emmys, I hear.
Yeah. And then this time I'm nominated for something that is out of character if you watch WGN Morning News, because I'm a feature reporter, so I do an around town segment, and I'm either hanging from a bungee or doing ridiculous things with the Blue Man Group. But this time I am nominated for coverage of the aftermath of Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico, which is extremely personal to me because my whole family was affected. So I kind of did some personal stories and some coverage for GN down there, and we've been nominated for that. So it would be a very big deal if I go home with a statue.
Absolutely. And Anna, can you tell me, how is the state of Puerto Rico now since doing that filming?
It's ironic that you call it a state. Like you said, the state of Puerto Rico. No pun intended. Right. So Puerto Rico is okay. I have to say that we're probably 15 years back in our development. We were a first world town, right? And we're not anymore. I was just talking to my parents, and you go out in San Juan, which is our capital, and there are traffic lights that are blinking, and my parents are in their 80s, so it's dangerous. It's not safe. It's not how it used to be, but everyone's back on the very flimsy electrical grid and making do with a new reality. A very new, it's something I never expected to say, right?
Sure. Well, I'm biased. I hope you win tonight because it is such a timely piece.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure your family would be super proud.
I think it would help to keep us on the map.
To bring money to the area and really get it back up.
Right, and the fact that it's part of the United States, so it's not like we're begging for some strange foreign country. There
part of our home.
4 million citizens there, so yeah.
Well, best wishes tonight, Anna.
Thank you. It's good to see you again.
Welcome back to the Emmys.
Thank you.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Welcome back to the 60th Annual Chicago Midwest Emmys. I'm Stephanie Mansour, and we're live on the red carpet here. And tonight's theme is very unique in that it is all about having the presenters be scholarship winners from the Academy. So I'm here tonight with one of our presenters, and you were a scholarship winner as well, right?
I was.
Okay.
My name is Keith Vogelsong, and I won the Sharon Palermo Scholarship in 2006.
Wow.
First winner.
First winner.
First winner.
Yes! Congratulations.
Thank you. It's kind of an honor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Luke Palermo is one of my professors at Columbia.
Okay.
And yeah, it was the first year they were doing the scholarship, and he actually recommended me, and I was honored.
Wow.
Honestly. So I was here in 2006 receiving the scholarship, and now I'm back presenting 12 years later.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, that's great. So you are currently in New York working on a project, a show with CBS, right?
Yes, I'm a writer, supervising producer on a CBS crime procedural called Instinct, and that stars Alan Cummings. And we're currently in our second season, and we'll be returning probably sometime in February, March.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And where were you? You were located in Los Angeles. What were you working on before that?
Yeah, so I'm working primarily in the scripted world.
Okay.
And prior to working on Instinct, I was on a show called Bones, which ran for 12 seasons on Fox.
Okay.
And that starred Emily Deschanel and David Boreanaz as cops as well.
Okay.
Solving murders. So
Solving
I work in shows solving murders. So.
Okay, now you said you're a writer and or what?
Writer-producer.
All right,
Yeah,
so when you're coming up with these shows, do you sit and do the whole season in one kind of go, or like when does this come to you?
That would be nice.
Yeah.
No, so it's no. So our shows are primarily the shows I work in are episodic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a case of the week kind of show.
Okay.
So it's a group of 10 writers or so. We sit in a room and bang our heads against the wall for a couple weeks.
With no
And
windows,
then
right?
With no windows and a lot of gummy bears.
Gummy bears. You know, I work with some production people, and they love fruit snacks. Why do people in TV like that? I don't know.
I think because it gives you something to do rather than work, maybe.
Or it like gets the juices flowing,
Yeah,
like
that's
literally
it.
in your mouth and in your mind.
That's,
Okay.
That's exactly it.
So just to give people at home watching an idea, how long does it take you guys all sitting in this dark room with no windows coming up with one episode? Like how long, how many hours or days or weeks or?
It takes us a couple weeks to actually break the episode, which is coming up with scene by scene what the story is.
Okay.
And then we go off and do an outline for a week and write the script for maybe a week or so. And then, but from coming up with the idea in the room to it actually airs 2 or 3 months maybe.
Yeah, okay.
And that's, pre-production, production, editing, all that stuff.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you. And did you fly
Yeah, of
in from
course.
New York, or do you
I
have
did.
ties? Okay, all right.
I flew in. I do have family ties.
Yeah.
Here. My family's still here, and I was
Okay.
born and raised in Chicago.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well,
Yeah.
thanks so much for joining
Yeah,
us.
thank you.
Have fun on stage.
I will. Thank you.
All right, well, we're going to toss it on over to Jeff.
Thanks, Steph. I'm here with Melissa Foreman. We have all the action right behind us right now. And Melissa's
amazing.
And she's a volunteer tonight. So tell me, what exactly did that entail for you?
Well, I'm actually a board member for NATAS Chicago, so I'm really excited to be a part of it. This is my first year. But I put on the volunteer button because there's so much that goes into tonight.
Yeah.
It's so meaningful. It's one of the most important events, for kids, for students, for the community, and for television into the Midwest Chicago area.
Yeah, so you've done TV. We love you on TV. We love you on radio. What's going big on radio right now for you?
Have you heard of Christmas music? Because it's all the rage.
It's already happening,
It's going to
guys.
be really big, and you should check it out on 93.9 Light FM. I'm just saying. And yeah, I do mornings, Monday through Friday, 6 to 10. But this is the best of both worlds because my radio and my television career have collided tonight, and it's so fun to be here.
Plus, I feel in 2018, radio and TV are pretty much family. They're one and the same these days. There's video and there's radio everywhere on both sides of the spectrum.
We talk about that a lot, obviously with NATAS and with scholarships, and it's about students and it's about raising awareness. But television, radio, media on the internet, it's all combined these days. So it is really important that you become well-versed in all different aspects of it.
Yeah, and if you don't follow her on social media, shame on you, but she makes the most amazing cakes.
I know.
Tell me about that.
I should have brought an Emmy cake. Everybody have asked. Just as a side job, a part of being, I think, in media is just having an outlet of some sort. And for me, it's really baking these amazing cakes and just having fun. And I bake them forward for unsuspecting people.
Do we have an Emmys cake here tonight?
That I'm gonna have to do it when the whole gang recovers after this event. I'm gonna bring one to Monday's meeting.
You're not gonna roll up your sleeves tonight and crank one out?
I don't have sleeves.
Okay,
I can't do it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
No problem.
And we love seeing you every single time you're here.
I love you too. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Well, I'm here with another nominee and a couple other cuties. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Good. All right, well, can you tell us, you're from the Milwaukee PBS station, you have a show there. Can you tell us your name and what it's all about?
Sure, my name is Mary Ann Lazarski. I'm the executive producer of our news magazine show called 1036. And I produced, along with Justin Migliano, a story about these guys. It's a wonderful story, not only about friendship, but it's about a book that Nadia wrote. Do you have the book?
Oh, yes. Let's show the book.
It's called My Friend Lincoln.
Okay.
And it's about their friendship, but it's more importantly, it's about Lincoln's battle with cancer.
Okay.
And their friendship and this book has really helped him get through this, right? Okay. Tell her where you are with your treatments and everything. How are you doing?
Good.
You're doing
good.
You're doing good.
You feeling strong? Yes.
You want to show her some pictures?
How special is this book to you?
Good.
Yeah, good. And you wrote the book? You guys are friends. Book down.
Look out.
So when did you get this book? Were you at home or were you?
I was in the hospital.
You were in the hospital? And then she gave you this book?
No, she wrote it.
She wrote it while you were there?
Yeah.
Wow, that is so special.
Tell her what you did, that you went to the hospital with Lincoln. Tell her about that.
I went to the hospital and I took some pictures and interviewed him.
You know what? I'm going to turn it this way so we have people. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right, so this was you in the hospital.
Hold it this way.
Right?
Lincoln, hold it.
There, we're going to hold it.
Hold it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Those ones his mom took.
Okay.
Those ones I took off his medicine.
Wow.
That one I took.
Wow.
That one I also took.
You are so strong. You're a strong guy. Wow.
And then that one and that one and that one I took.
Wow. What inspired you to create this book for your friend?
Because I wanted to do something for the summer project, and I had nothing to do because I was just reading books, and books are boring.
Yeah.
And then my mom asked me if I wanted to write this book, and then I started to write it.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Do you feel lucky to have such a good friend like her?
Yes.
Yes? Well, thank you very much for inspiring.
You want to give a shout out to your school? Where do you go to school?
Elementary.
Hoover Elementary. Woo! Hoover Elementary.
Hoover Elementary.
Yay!
And I just got to say, no matter what happens, these two deserve the Emmy.
Yes.
Especially this guy.
Yes. Wow.
Right? Wouldn't you agree? Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for participating in all of this, and I'm happy you get to be here tonight, and thank you. This must be so meaningful to you to get to...
You know, it is, but it really is about them.
Yeah.
And so I hope the evening turns out the way we would like it for them.
Yes.
And if it doesn't, they're still winners.
I know. Just
They're
to be
still winners.
nominated for something this important is so cool. All right, well, we're going to head on over to Jeff. I think he's talking with more nominees and guests tonight.
BC7?
Yep.
Thank you guys so much.
Hi, we're with Jessica and Doug. So ABC7?
Yeah.
So tell me, you guys actually work at different times?
Complete opposite shifts.
Yeah.
So
they did it on purpose because they HR, nope, can't do this.
Yeah, once we got married, it was
once we got married, opposite shifts. So yeah, I'm on in the morning. We never see each other.
Okay.
But we're seeing each other this weekend. It's kind of nice.
And is anybody nominated here tonight?
Both of us are actually.
Both of us are nominated, but we're not in competing categories. In past years, we've been competing against each other.
Is that like a house divided when that happens?
Not at all, not at all. But I have to say, Doug has 5 Emmys. I have none.
Oh, well, sorry, Doug. I feel like it's her time.
It's her time, yeah. She's due.
Maybe tonight's my night.
You're already at 5. Wow, you're like 7 away from Meryl Streep. Good job.
He's very talented executive producer. I figure that the 5 Emmys are in our house, so, you know,
And
they're
what are the
ours.
categories you guys are nominated for?
Best morning news you are, and
Yes.
then best evening news for me. And I think
Your newscast is
Yeah.
nominated.
Yeah.
And what was the newscast?
It was back in February, I believe, when one of the Chicago police officers got killed in the line of duty. It was like breaking news coverage.
Commander Bauer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I am actually not sure what we were doing that morning that we were nominated for, so I hope I did well that morning.
Sure you did. I mean, these judges are hardcore. They would not have let you up here if it wasn't quality work.
It wasn't quality work, so, you know, maybe tonight's my night. We'll see.
Well, best wishes to you
Yeah,
both.
thank you.
I hope you both come with the win, but if it's only one, I hope it's you.
And I'm a past scholarship winner.
Oh, congratulations.
Which is what tonight is
You'll
all.
be presenting as well?
I'll be presenting as well, so I'm just super excited and honored.
Either way, she's hitting the stage, folks.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Waving, what is this that I keep
It's all right.
doing?
What would I do with my hands? All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
All right, the Showboat Branson Bell is normally in Branson, Missouri, but we've got 2 of the performers here with us tonight. Hi. Hi. All right, can you tell us your names and how you perform?
Yeah, I'm Aubrey Reese.
I'm Kelsey Watts.
Basically, the Showboat, we're 2 of the singers in a group of 5. We sing a lot of classic rock tunes. There's an Elvis section. We're doing our Christmas show right now. It's kind of just like a variety of music and dancing and fun.
Okay, so after I go on this roller coaster
Right.
at Silver Dollar City,
Right.
then I'm going on the Showboat.
Right.
For the Christmas performance.
Exactly.
Okay, so I heard you guys have a little song you can sing for us now.
We can,
Or what are you?
In
What
November,
can you?
it's like Branson. In
Oh.
November, it's Christmas.
Yeah,
Like
it's
November 1st is
November
Christmas.
1st, we skip Halloween, we skip Thanksgiving. It is only Christmas.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, so we can sing a little Christmas ditty for you.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Sweet.
Okay. All right. Ready? Do we need to do the?
Let's
5,
do it.
6,
That's fine, yeah.
7, 8.
On your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born, oh, night divine.
Yeah. Good job. That's amazing. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Yes. Thank you so much. That's awesome. All right, so we can head on. Where do people buy tickets? Like online, or do they?
Yeah,
show
you
up,
can
or?
get them online.
SilverDollarCity.com.
SilverDollarCity.com. All right, great.
Showboat Branson Bell.
Yes.
We'll be there.
You guys will be there. Okay, good. I think I'm getting talked into coming to Branson, Missouri sometime
You
before
have
the end
to.
of the year. So.
Exactly. Snow's inside and everything.
Oh, cool. Great.
Christmas miracles.
Good.
And you get food.
Yes, we love
3
eating.
courses.
Yes. Ooh, yum. While we're
Right.
watching you perform, that's like the whole okay.
Exactly.
Cool. All right, well, we're going to head on over to Jeff. He is here with some of our other guests this evening.
Thank you, guys. I'm here with Katie and Dana, the most beautiful ladies of the night. Look at these dresses.
Say that to everyone.
So Seeing Brave is what you're nominated for. What is that exactly about?
So Seeing Brave is a documentary series that we created about 2 years ago. Just finished it, and it's about incredible women around the world who've overcome crises, and we see their stories through their lens as empowering women around the globe.
And it's all about really, we know we're living in kind of a dark time, so it's just a reminder that there's always light.
Sure.
That there's always stories about bravery and light.
So you say this is like a very female empowerment time. This is a very, like, there's women's march is happening. This is the Me Too movement. Do you feel like your piece was even more timely right now?
Absolutely. We were actually abroad when we heard the 2016 election results, and that actually fueled for our own fire to keep going and to put our own spin on this, to bring it to women who need it now and in the future, because we know it's not going to stop anytime soon.
Awesome. Well, congrats, and I hope you guys win. It's a big time for your content, so I'm on girl power side right now. Nice to meet you, and best wishes tonight.
Thank you so
And
much.
here is a look from our sponsors.
Jeff, so far this has been a heck of a night.
It's been crazy. Peter Alexander, to be able to interview him
I
during
know.
this night, and everybody's going to get him on stage in a moment.
Yeah, and we've got all of these scholarship winners who are the presenters, and they feel so honored that they were asked to come back and present. And they also have really, I mean, at least the people I've talked to have used that scholarship money to really propel their careers, and that's inspirational for me to see.
And did we say it was the 60th annual this year too?
I know.
Pretty awesome to be a part of.
Yes, it is. It's great. So after our break, we're going to come back and we're going to get to interview the winners. And you think people are excited in the beginning of this? They are even more excited at the end after they win.
Yeah.
And
when
they get to
holding their medal piece.
Right, yes. So I'm really excited to talk to all of them. And I would like to give a special thanks to our presenting sponsors and our sponsors, the Silver Dollar City, Branson, Missouri.
Awesome go in Missouri, guys. It's fun. I've been there.
I know. I think I'm going to go before the end of the year because I just had the Steamboat Girls singing and they were amazing.
Yeah, and you guys got some connections. You interviewed some of the people for them, so
yes,
get some
I
free
know,
tickets.
I know. Well, we have to enter. We have to purchase raffle tickets to enter to win the trip.
Okay, well, we gotta be fair.
I know.
But hopefully
everyone
we win.
at home needs to get those raffle tickets too.
If they can do that, go at home.
Yes.
Go to Branson with us.
Yes, that would
Let's
be
carpool.
fun. That would be amazing.
I'm in.
Me too.
I make mixed CDs. We'll do it.
Can we take mixed CDs?
No, I'm still into those.
Can we take this trip on the road next year, guys?
Come
I'm
on,
not
guys.
sure. Yeah.
Let's do Branson Emmys.
All right. Well, thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned because we'll be back shortly with our first winners here at the 60th annual Chicago Midwest Emmys.